and this is just gonna be a real quick thing. So like, I was telling you before, like people that were anxiously like hoping for Rossi just to not work out at the first 6 games or whatever. That were just like ready to like go off. I have never been able to understand and will absolutely never understand doing this about any player, but like the people that will like go back and reply to videos that I tweet out of Marc-Andre Fleury making big saves after he gives up a goal like 2 days later, it's like they've had the tweet up waiting for him to give up a soft goal. Like, I told you he was fucking horrible. He should retire. He sucks. He's a terrible person, terrible player, and he's absolutely washed. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I've had so many people be like, oh yeah, how's he doing now? How's Fleury doing now? I'm like, I tweeted a video of a windmill save like 2 days ago. It's so weird. I don't understand why people like have this need for this player. And like, it's not just Fleury. It's just like any player in general. I've never understood that like approach to watching sports, really. But like, oh yeah, how's he doing now? Yeah, terrible. Yeah, that's what I thought. He sucks. Sit down. I'm like, oh my, like you're so weird. You are so weird that like if he actually pitched a shutout, you'd be upset about it. As like a Wild fan, you would be upset if Marc-Andre Fleury pitched a shutout. Like, now people think he's good again. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, do you work for the team? Like, are you like in these fucking like scouting meetings being like, no, we need to get rid of this goalie that he like, then when he plays well, you look bad. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it how people have players, but specifically Fleury this year. It's happened like 7 times because he's given up like a million goals. If you he's giving up some bad ones.
It's great. It's we're gonna get to the end of his career here, where everyone talks about how like great Brett Favre was. They're like, yeah, but who has the most interceptions? Like, yeah, he played a lot of fucking games.
Yeah, he played a lot of fucking hockey games.
Immediately, people are gonna be like, wow,
he never should have played a million games.
How many goals did Fleury give up in his career? Probably the most. Like, yeah, no shit. That's how math works. Like,
I think I just have a soft spot for goalies in general, just being in Boston for the last fucking 20 years. Like, I just don't get it.
That's right. You're a Tuukka Rask apologist.
Yeah. Oh my God, what an idiot! This guy doesn't even know. This guy doesn't know puck. Doesn't even know puck.
Boston didn't even deserve him.
Oh, it was a very, very vocal minority, but it's the fucking radio station guys that are fucking pricks. But that was one that I just had to like. It's people do it with the Rossi thing, but at least at this point they're just not saying anything. At least they're not weirdly tweeting at me when I say something nice about Marco Rossi. But it's just the first goal that Fleury gave up against LA after he played really well the game before. They're like, he's awful. I told you, I've been right forever about him. I've always said this.
Give me your podcast. I am going to run it.
It's unbelievable. I just don't get it. I don't understand how people do that. I don't get it. I never will.
I did think it was not weird, but I don't know that I would have played Fleury in that LA game. Just saying.
Yeah, that was a choice.
We got through it.
He's made some insane saves too. They both have. They like both him and Gustafsson have made a couple like ridiculous saves, but then they've given up some shocking goals where it's like that one.
Facts.
Really? And that's, I feel like, and I'm not comparing them to this goalie at all, but at the end of the Minnesota Wild Cam Talbot experience, I feel like that was where we were at with him, where he would make these like ridiculous Sports Center top 10 mode saves. And then like he would go full Mike Smith and allow a goal from the opposite blue line. And you're like, all right, I don't really know what's happening right anymore.
Yep.
All right,
that is the way.
All right, let's start in game 6 of the playoffs in the elimination game.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Whoops.
That was a whole. We don't need to go back to that.